The James Gunn era is finally here, through all the hate, and I mean hate.
I've seen the new Superman movie, and it is not good.
The movie manages to capture what Superman is truly about, leaving fans and critics raving, wanting more. Who would have thought that the old soups with the trunks over the trousers would have one of the best Superman movies in the last 10 years? And the cast plays a big part in that. Adding the Justice Gang was a genius move. The performances by each actor was flawless. I think we all walked away wanting solo Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific films. If that does not happen, it's safe to say the Justice League International era is up next. And who doesn't want to see Batman right hook Guy Gardner? I mean, we're all here for that, right? Back to Justice League International. All the pieces are set in place, from the bold cut to Superman not officially joining the Justice Gang. That is comic accurate, by the way, because in the Justice League International run, Superman appears, but he lets them know, hey, I help y'all out, but I'm not officially with y'all. Y'all just not good enough. Now, when the Engineer was announced as a villain, I immediately thought that the man standing next to her was the Midnighter. They have very similar costumes, and in the comics, they both come from the Authority Stormwatch universe. I did hear the Ultraman theories, but a lot of those were centered around Henry Cavill, and I knew there was no chance of David sharing his light with him or James Gunn tying his universe to the Snyderverse. So I quickly dismissed all ideas attached to this character. The Snyderverse was a dark time for the DC universe. I mean, this design for Ultraman totally threw me off. It's like, how do we go from this design, fucking awesome by the way, to that? I was not feeling this costume at all. He looks like a Ninja Turtle that's in disguise. It made no sense to me. You take a beloved villain like Ultraman and turn him into a mindless, no personality pawn who needs Lex Luthor to tell him how to fight. Lex can't fight his damn self. And the way the fight is sequenced feels like he's playing bingo at the Senior Citizen Country Club.
13L. I know. 1A! 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 1A!
Okay, I got A34. I got I6. B32. They should have cut this on the storyboard section and had Lex Luthor build his suit. You're already 3 years in the timeline. More than enough to have a perfected LexCorp suit. Speaking of suits, what the hell is this, and why the hell does Ultraman need this big hunk of scrap metal? I love the gold shiny, but come on, Superman is tearing through this with no effort, making this thing utterly useless and another hindrance to the Ultraman character. Now I know it was used to disguise his identity. I know what the purpose was, so I might be nitpicking here, but it's just like, you have all the ingredients to win with just Ultraman. You didn't even need this extra stuff, and that's what blew me. Well, I guess he did kick Superman's ass in this flying juggernaut looking armor, so I may have to cut him some slack. F that. See, what makes Ultraman Ultraman is that he uses all his power for himself, for his gain and his gain only. When you take away that personality trait by putting a chip in his head, then He is just a henchman being used by Lex. Therefore, he is not Ultraman. Really? They should have just used Bizarro, because the way this clone was acting was more like Bizarro than Ultraman. There is a scene where Lex is literally talking through Ultraman. He couldn't even speak for himself. What's Ultra about that? It's safe to say, if this is the last we see of Ultraman, James Gunn may have wasted one of Superman's coolest villains. And that's unfortunate, because he does not have many cool ones. He's not Batman with a rogue gallery in Gotham City. He's got enough juice to power a small city. The Ultraman I know is ruthless, strong, cannot be controlled by anyone. How is the leader of the crime syndicate taking orders from Lex? And I know they changed a lot of his origins, but once you label him Ultraman, this criticism becomes valid. Okay? If you still can't see my point, here are some standout clips of Ultraman. And yes, we only have animated stuff to go off of, but that is more than enough.
Off my boy.
You've got problems of your own.
Getting cocky, Lex.
Drive us crazy, but we'd still do anything to protect them. Am I right?
What do you want?
Saw your daughter on the news the other night. She's got a mouth on her.
It's a free country.
We both know better than that. You get your little girl under control, or I'll do it for you. Remember what happened to the First Lady?
If you come near my daughter, I will nuke you. You hear me?
Yeah, the nukes. Great equalizer, huh? Well, let me tell you something, Mr. President. My boys are working up a bomb of our own. Nice place. I think I'm gonna like it here.
If we get a fraction of that Ultraman, this movie would be looked at as one of the greatest comic book movies ever. Could you imagine the flair of dialogue between Supes and Ultra squaring off on the big screen? The lack of attitude really hurts the last fight scene between Supes and this wannabe Ultraman. And 1 hour and 40 minutes into the movie, the engineer is unconscious, setting the stage for what was supposed to be the battle of the Supermen. Somehow it became nothing more than a high-end puppet show. If you clone Superman, claim he is stronger, faster in every way, but he happens to be dumber than a box of rocks, then that is not a clone, man. That is not a clone. If you clone me, you are cloning me. You can't just clone the shell. That part kind of threw me off. So we got a powerful villain whose true superpower is taking orders. And he is given the name Ultraman. Come on. Powerful and stupid? Sounds like Bizarro to me. But I know they wanted to build hype, and the Ultraman name holds weight. I guarantee DC let this Henry Cavill rumor float around for a reason and sold much more tickets because of it. Look, I don't want to completely crap on the Superman film. I enjoyed it a lot. But the purpose of this video is just to say, when you touch beloved villains like Ultraman, just follow the comic book blueprint, or else you could come off like a mindless oaf with no direction. Yes, if you enjoyed this video, I need you to Hulk smash that like button. Hitting that like button pushes this video through the algorithm, and it helps me out more than any Cash App donation. So if you really rock with your boy, subscribe to the channel and Hulk smash that like button. My final thoughts on this topic, man. The film itself, I will give it a 7.5. I thought it started out strong. The Justice Gang is the bright spot. I think when you look at the Peacemaker show with the Superman show, I think that kind of boosts it up because it gives you more insight of the universe. Kind of watching these later episodes of Peacemaker, then watching Superman kind of makes you like the movie a little bit more than the initial first watch before the Peacemaker season 2 dropped. The lack of that strong, threatening villain from this movie is apparent to me. We all know Lex didn't have a chance. Like, we knew that, you know? We knew Engineer didn't have a chance, right? And then once this Ultraman is a mindless oaf, we knew it was over with, right? So I just don't understand why not follow the comic book blueprint of the crime syndicate Ultraman, or maybe we might actually get the real Ultraman in the future because his death was not confirmed. He did fall into that pocket universe. Maybe he falls into that pocket universe and becomes the Ultraman that we know and love. Maybe he starts to build his crime syndicate empire in that pocket universe, and the Justice Gang somehow later down the DC timeline ends up on that world and confronts Superman's clone from the past. Now, if that is the plan all along, then James Gunn is a master, and the foreshadowing is crazy, and I will have to revisit this video and apologize to him, but right now that is just a theory. But I hope it comes true. I want to see the crime syndicate so bad, bro. I want to see the crime syndicate. Yes, we got to get Ultraman who can really fight, because when I was watching Lex call out numbers and Ultraman fight, I literally thought that Lex was the quarterback, bro. He was a quarterback at the line of scrimmage.
Fidel, McGuire, double Arnold inside. Let's go. Onway. Hit the call.
A31, B32, red, A31. I thought he was about to hike the football. I swear, I was just waiting for the football to get hiked. Lex was at the line of scrimmage calling plays, bro. Yo, I'm your boy, Super Duper Deuces.